Iraq's Prime Minister has announced the defeat of ISIL from a military perspective, but says he will only declare final victory once security forces have eliminated the extremists from the desert. Rawa, the last remaining town under ISIL's control, was captured by Iraqi forces on Friday, signaling the collapse of the group in Iraq after it overran much of the country in 2014. From a military perspective, we have ended the presence of Daesh in Iraq, Mr. al-Abadi said while addressing a weekly news conference. God willing, we will announce very soon after the end of the purification operations victory over Daesh in Iraq. PM at Hyder al-Abadi, we will soon announce the end of military operations in the western desert, secure our borders and declare a day of victory for all Iraqis whose sacrifices made this historic achievement possible. Government of Iraq at Iraqi Gov. November 21, 2017. Mr. al-Abadi said the final battle against ISIL would take place in the desert of western Anbar, after which he would announce victory against the group. We finished Daesh militarily in Iraq and liberated our towns and cities. This is an Iraqi victory, made by the Iraqi people. We thank all those who supported Iraq and stood by us during our battles of liberation. Hyder al-Abadi at Hyder al-Abadi, November 21, 2017. Referring to Baghdad's ongoing row with Iraq's semi-autonomous Kurdish region, Mr. al-Abadi said political disagreements in the country will pave the way for ISIL fights to carry out attacks. I call on our Kurdish brothers to avoid fighting, he said. It comes after Iraq's Kurds voted overwhelmingly to secede in an independence referendum on September 25, defying Baghdad and neighboring Turkey and Iran, who have their own Kurdish minorities. Outraged by the results, Baghdad deemed the vote illegal, and demanded the Kurds annul the results before any negotiations take place between the two sides. The vote was met by harsh economic measures imposed by the central government in Baghdad. International flights in and out of the Kurdish region were halted, and the Iraqi government later launched a military operation to recapture the oil-rich city of Kirkuk and other areas that lie outside of the Kurdish region's borders but are claimed by both Baghdad and Erbil. On Monday, Iraq's Supreme Federal Court ruled that the referendum was unconstitutional and the results void, bolstering Baghdad's hand in a standoff with the Kurdish region that is being led closely by neighboring Turkey and Iran. I hail the federal court's decision to void the Kurdish region's referendum, Mr. al-Abadi said in Tuesday's news conference. PM at Hyder al-Abadi, we welcome the recent ruling by the Federal Supreme Court declaring the referendum in Kurdistan region unconstitutional and its results void. I call on authorities in Kurdistan to abide by the ruling and respect Iraq's federal constitution. Government of Iraq at Iraqi Gov. November 21, 2017. Hours before Mr. al-Abadi made his remarks, at least 23 people were killed and 60 wounded when a suicide bomber detonated a lorry near a crowded marketplace in the northern Iraqi town of Tuzkermatu, south of the oil city of Kirkuk.